Yo, what is good, YouTube? Well, welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at the brand new Limitless drop coming here in NBA 2K26 MyTEAM. Whether or not any of these cards are actually worth picking up today, and just taking a look at the new drop as a whole and seeing what we think of these new cards. Obviously, on paper, I would say overall, it's a mostly underwhelming drop this week. I think that's a completely fair statement to say, and I do wonder how that's going to affect the drop as a whole overall, at least a bit. With this being the first weekend of King of the Court of the year, I was expecting more, to be totally honest. I really thought we were going to be getting a drop where we would see 2K like really coming for pockets with this week's drop, and the answer is just they're not. So a little bit surprising there, to be honest. But here we are. This is what we got for today's content. Couple interesting names here, I will say. A couple cards that should definitely be good. One in particular, obviously, being this Diamond Miles Turner, I would say. But overall, I mean, Darius Garland, for example, like, is this card good? Not really, right? He's got 92 three ball, 94 speed, fun offensive card, gonna have his own dribble style, his own jump shot, all that type of stuff. Those animations are gonna be good, but no defense at all. 50 interior, 78 perimeter, 84 steal, 32 block at 6'1" is not what you're looking like. A 75 driving dunk is obviously not great, but it's not completely horrible. And I actually think a lot of his movement sigs are probably pretty good. Behind the back's not bad. Dribble style is going to be really good again this year. I don't know what his escape's looking like this year. I hope it's better than last. If it's the same as last year, then it's still not great. But release is going to be good. I don't know about the fade, but some solid sigs overall, I would think. Some pretty good animations for this card. Offensively, it's a fun card. Defensively, he's kind of a nothing, and I wouldn't probably run him because of that, at least in my opinion. Dalton Knecht is 6'6" with 6'9" wingspan, but this is a 76 speed, 75 driving dunk, 58 interior, 73 perimeter shooter. He literally just shoots well. That's all he does. He is slow, he's not super athletic, and he does not defend very well either. So overall, he is a very underwhelming amethyst as well. Not to mention bad sigs and a jump shot that I don't think is good either. This Knecht card is terrible. If his jumper is as bad as I believe that it is, then he is an awful card. Would definitely not recommend Dalton Knecht out of today's Limitless drop whatsoever. Where are the cards? I lost the Limitless cards. They're gone. The page doesn't want to load anymore. Okay. There it is. All right, they're back. Frye, 7 foot, 7'2" wingspan. 67 speed is still pretty darn slow, even at this point in the year. That's still pretty slow. 93 ball, not great athleticism, and defensively, again, it's 84 interior, but 67 speed, 58 agility, 55 perimeter. That's just not going to be an elite level perimeter defender at all. I don't know. I think interior wise, he might be okay-ish, but he doesn't have movable. He doesn't have paper patrol. He doesn't have pogo stick, post lockdown, rebound chaser. So just off rip, you need 5 badges there. So and that's just defense. He's not going to be a good finisher either for a big man. So to me, this is a very interesting stretch big who doesn't give you really anything else besides the floor spacing. Like, I look at this card and I go, he's a worse Ruby Rafe LaFretz is kind of my initial impression of Frye. I definitely don't think this card looks all that good either. So another underwhelming card, Bridget Carleton. 6'1" small forward, Bridget Carleton. This is Bob Harrison. 84 speed, 95 three ball. I mean, she could shoot the heck out of it. 95 three ball, half limitless, half set shot. But 25 standing and driving, 78 interior, 88 4 perimeter. I mean, I guess if she wasn't 6'1" at the point guard position, the defense isn't the worst. Or at the small forward position, the defense isn't the worst thing I've ever seen. But she is 6'1" at the small forward position, so therefore the defense is the worst thing I've ever seen, and a complete lack of slashing in addition to a total lack of size and defense. Again, just like with all the WNBA players so far, that's not going to cut it. This jumper I actually think is going to be okay-ish. If I mean, maybe. DeWanna Bonner's jumper's good anyway. I don't love that upper on Kate. Well, I don't know. We'll see. It's probably one of the better WNBA jumpers, but the unfortunate truth is she's got nice animations and like looks like kind of a fun card if she was a point guard, but she is a small forward. So that card is a no. Miles Turner, 6'11", 7'4" wingspan, 80 speed, 88 three ball, 90 standing, 85 driving dunk, 90 interior, 94 block, 84 perimeter, 80 steal. Very, very well-rounded defensive card who's got good speed and good shooting at the center position. He's not huge. He is only 6'11". He's got the 7'4" wingspan. So I mean, he's got decent speed, great shooting, good finishing, great defense. Very solid card, man. I definitely think at some point here in the near future, we're going to get a Wilt or a Shaq or a Kareem or a D-Rob even, or somebody like that who's going to be like, oh, that's the best big in the game. Like at some point we're going to get that card and they're going to like be dominant in some way. But I will say at this point in the year, we're already getting to the point where we have so many good big men options to where like the lack of shooting of one of those types of Wilts or Shaqs might make them not that desirable, even with that interior finishing upgrade and overpoweredness. A guy like a Miles Turner, like this card's really good. And I think with bigs like Miles Turner and Jack Sigma widely available already, as well as some of the other cards people are running, people are going to like, I think Miles Turner is a card a lot of people are going to want from today. And I expect him to be the most expensive diamond for sure. But I think there are a lot of people who are going to like be wanting to run this card for a while. He's probably a card who's going to have decent longevity. Definitely a good option, man. Not bad at all. Michael Red is statistically and badge-wise even, I would say pretty good. 6'6", 6'9" wingspan. Could maybe use posterizer, dimer, and a few defensive badges added, but defensive stats are okay. He's got 80 driving dunk. He's got that 93 three ball. He's got 86 speed. I mean, again, this is a great shooter who's okay at everything else. The problem is his jumper stinks. You can't be your strongest attribute by far is also something that you're actually not going to be that good at because your jumper's super baited, and that just kills the shooting ability. And therefore he goes from a card who has a really defined strength that is decent at everything else to a card with no defined strengths that is kind of okay at everything but has a baited jumper. So for me, it's you know, it definitely makes him a lot less intriguing to me at the overall shooting guard position. He's not the worst card in the game. He's not the worst card in the drop, but the lack of a high level jump shot does hold that card back for sure. CJ McCollum's going to be decent as well, although he's going to lack that defensive ability a bit also, and a little bit of that slashing, but he is 6'3" with a 6'6" wingspan at the point guard position, so he's got a little bit more size there. Offensively, he's got 93 three ball, 87 speed, only a 65 driving dunk. Defensively, the perimeter defense is kind of there. The interior defense is not. You're going to have to add like 5 defensive badges to him as well if you want to use him, but his jumper's going to be good, his fade's going to be solid, and his movement might be decent. Not basic escape isn't going to be good, but the rest of it might be okay. He might move decent, honestly. I would say this card could be decent. Should be a fun little offensive point guard who doesn't quite provide enough defense to really be one of the best point guards in the game, but still a pretty good card, I'd say. He'll be kind of fun. I would think CJ's not bad. And then Arike Ogunbowale is a 5'8" point guard, I think. She's 5'8", so again, just like that Bridget Carleton, just way too small. You're not putting Spud Webb out there, you know what I mean? And this is Spud Webb without the dunking. 25 standing and driving. She's got 95 speed, 94 three ball, 90 steal, 88 perimeter. That's great. She's 5'8" with 64 interior. Yeah, the defensive badge is actually okay. The badges across the board are okay, but no dunking and being 5'8" and basic SIGs as well. Basic SIGs? Like, are we serious? No. Again, why? Pink Diamond Steph, 6'2", 6'3" wingspan, 92 speed, 98 three ball, 25 standing, 40 driving dunk, 85 steal, 77 perimeter. The problem with this card, all 5 badges can be added to defense, and he's still gonna suck at defense, and he can't dunk either. I mean, this card's damn near a WNBA player at the point guard position in that respect. Now, 6'2", 6'3" wingspan, he's a little bit bigger, and I don't know if you fully badge him defensively. I think he could probably run. People are running Chris Paul. You can play Steph Curry for sure, but he will, even with fully badged defense, be pretty mid defensively, and he's not gonna be able to dunk. The thing that Steph has going for him in this game is that to this point in the year, he is the best card in terms of SIGs in the game, probably. And so I do think if you enjoy pure shot creator, 3 hunters and stuff like that, especially in this year's game, Steph is going to be an extremely fun option. I'm just not convinced he's a competitively elite one. On online versus, I think offensively he can be awesome, but on online versus, he's never getting you a stop defensively. And on Hoff, I don't think he's going to give you enough offense to get away with the lack of defense. Is my initial thought with him. Cam Brink, again, she is 6'4" at the power forward position. 93 speed, 88 three ball, 93 interior, 98 block. Like, the stats and the badges are indicative of an awesome card besides 50 driving dunk and 25 standing dunk. But she is, again, a 6'4" power forward with all basic animations. It's just not going to cut it. Plain and simple. So, Final card on the drop is Anthony Edwards, 93 speed, 93 three ball, 98 driving dunk. Defensively pretty good, very well rounded, very good card with great stats and great badges. You look at this card, you go, oh yeah, one of the better shooting guards in the game. Problem is, number one, Scottie Pippen's way better than every other shooting guard. Problem is, number two, he's only 6'4". Number three, his jumper is never good in my team, and number four, his SIGs are never that great either, besides Kemba Escape, which is nice, but I don't actually like Steph's step back. The rest of them are his own SIGs, which generally have not been good the last couple of years, in addition to his fade. So I don't know if animation wise he's going to be great, and lack of size hurts him out a bit as well. Plus price point wise, being a 6'4" shooting guard, you're probably not going to end up paying the price point either. It's the problem with ant cards early in the year in my team. If they ever give him an earlier point guard, it'd be a lot more interesting. As of right now, as a shooting guard, he would have to have a different jump shot to be more interesting to me. But as of right now, the jumper that he comes with to start the year is not generally my favorite. Overall, Ant and Steph both likely to be good cards, but overpriced. Cameron Brink kind of sucks. Ogunbowale kind of sucks. Or actually definitely sucks. CJ's pretty good. Michael Red's Miles Turner's best card in the set. And then Bridget Carleton's terrible. Channing Frye's okay-ish. Dalton Knecht is terrible. Darius Garland's interesting offensively, but nothing defensively. That is the drop. That's the entire drop. So hopefully that tells you who you want, who you don't. I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.